All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening or watching to the podcast. Again, this is the Sam Jack Podcast. I'm not a professional, but wait, I am. With me, your host, Sam, DJ Lumberjack. We're going to end with another DJ mix once I finish yapping my brain, yapping my mouth. How do you yap your brain? What the hell am I talking about? But first, we have a few things that are new on the show. As I mentioned, Viral Media Network is now in the capabilities of multi-camera webcasting. So look for the show to start doing that, and we'll make announcements in episode 8 about the live webcast. Eventually, the show is going to be a live webcast and then syndicated onto iTunes. But you can subscribe on iTunes, you can subscribe on SoundCloud, and of course the video podcast is on our Viral Media Network 415 YouTube channel. The tech tip for this this episode, and we're going to do a tech tip every month, and that is don't always go with the latest and greatest technology. A lot of people, for instance, are doing Serato. I've always stick to the vinyl. I go with what works. Hey, Serato works for a lot of people. You don't have to lug around records, but I love vinyl. I can't get enough of it. So basically, just because something's brand new doesn't mean it's going to work for your production workflow. It might if it advances what you were doing, or it makes something that was clunky now better, then by all means. I'm not saying don't go with new technology, but don't broke what ain't fixed. Don't fix what ain't broke. But just like the saying goes, don't fix what ain't broke, right? So if your production flow is good and something comes out that claims to fix that or do better for a buku amount of money, don't waste your money. You know what works, why bother? But at the same time, if it's some new stuff and it's worth investing in, by all means, it'll clean up your production. Some shout outs. We want to shout out to Aaron Brodkin. He is now the sidekick, co-anchor, co-host, guy on the couch for Tom Green, the Tom Green Show. So congrats to Aaron Brodkin. I hope he's still doing the What the Pot F Bang Bang as well. So shout out to Aaron Brodkin. Shout out to Fried Chicken. We got our buddy Ron Vargas doing the Fried Chicken Show. So shout out Fried Chicken. Shout out to Miko, of course. Viral Media Network is still doing some of those music videos for her. And we're also doing some music lesson videos, some play-along stuff. So check out her YouTube channel and check out our music video feed on our channel that has some of her stuff on there. Shout out to the Humidors, great band. Shout out to Robin Applewood, Dogman Joe, of course. And shout out to the Born Ready Show, Piano Fight. Last but not least, shout out to the Bay Area Film Mixer. We DJ'd that the other night. 3, 2, 1, outro. All right, another thing we like to do on the show is shout outs to other people doing podcasts and fun stuff. So first of all, shout out to Aaron Brodkin. He is a friend of mine, of course. He's been on this show, and he has his own podcast, What the Pot F Bang Bang. But he has recently been promoted, of course, I guess you could say, to the Tom Green podcast. I think it's the Tom Green Show. It's live on YouTube, so check it out, Tom Green Show. And Aaron Brodkin is now the sidekick, co-anchor, I guess you could say. He's sort of like the Andy Richter to the Conan. I always say Conan. I don't know why I always say Conan the Barbarian. Anyways, shout out to Fried Chicken, Ron Vargas. Shout out to Miko Tolliver. We're still doing some of our music videos and lesson videos, so check that out, of course, on her YouTube channel, Miko Tolliver, or our music feed in our YouTube Viral Media Network 415 YouTube channel. Shout out to the Humidors, great band. Shout out to Robin Applewood and Dogman Joe, of course. And shout out to Born Ready, the podcast. Follow podcast Born Ready. Rob Reddy of Piano Fight. His podcast is great, so check that out. Very similar in the fact that talking about what it's like to work in the industry. Mine's more geared towards production, freelance. His is more in the theater performance world, but there's a lot of cross threads, and we'll probably have him on the show sooner or later. We DJ'd at the Bay Area Excuse me. 3, 2, 1. We DJ'd at the Bay Area Film Mixer, which was at Piano Fight. So shout out to the Bay Area Film Mixer for David Motry, Marcus Sams, Crew Jinx Films. They throw on a great networking of the industry, Bay Area Film Mixer. I DJ'd it as DJ Lumberjack, and it was at Piano Fight, which is a great performance space where Piano Fight also plays. So shout out to those guys. Once again, you can subscribe to us on SoundCloud or on iTunes, or of course the video feed is on YouTube on our Viral Media Network 415 YouTube channel. SoundCloud is Sam Jack Podcast. YouTube is Sam Jack Podcast. Or sorry, iTunes is Sam. 3, 2, 1. iTunes is SoundCloud Podcast. 3, 2, 1. On iTunes, it's the Sam Jack Podcast, and on SoundCloud, it's the Sam Jack Podcast. Check us out. Thanks so much for watching. Check out episode 8 coming up. Natasha Muse, and we're also doing a new feature is the final word. And I was in Hawaii in July on vacation with family, and it's a little cheesy and sometimes a little cliche, but being there really taught me aloha. Live aloha. Just, don't sweat the small stuff. Appreciate what you have, and love life for what it is, because there's a lot of great stuff out there. And if you always look at the negative or criticize too much or try and perfect what you have to the T, you're always going to be climbing that Jacob's ladder. So live aloha, appreciate what you have, love the people that are in your life and the relationships that you've built. And especially in the freelance world, the clientele that you've built and the career that you've made by having your work speak for what it is. Once again, it's a Sam Jack Podcast. I'm not a professional, but wait, I am. Thank you so much for watching. We'll check you next time. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so much for listening. You can now subscribe to us on iTunes. Thank you so much, Apple. Hooray! Look for us on the iTunes store or the podcast app on your phone. Check us out on SoundCloud.com/SamJackPodcast. We got video clips on YouTube. Look for our channel, Viral Media Network 415. And the playlist, of course, is Sam Jack Podcast. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or you want to be a guest, send us an email, info@viralmedianetwork.com. I'm out. Till next time, thanks again for listening. Peace.